everybody, welcome to this week's video. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Lag BaOmer. Today is Lag BaOmer. Lag BaOmer celebrates two things. But first, let me tell you what's going on campus today. This evening at 7 o'clock, we will have the biggest crowd at a Shabbat dinner that the campus has seen in a very long time. We are hosting Ari Lesser, the famous Jewish rapper, and we're going to start with a little concert and then go into the Shabbat dinner, light the candles, make the Kiddush. It's going to be a beautiful event. What a great way to finish up the quarter in a couple of weeks. This is going to be such a fun evening. And thank you everybody for making it happen. We really appreciate all your support. And today's Lag BaOmer, as I mentioned, what is Lag BaOmer? The Lag BaOmer commemorates two important events that took place, although it's an unusual holiday in some way. No one tried to kill us. No one died. Well, I shouldn't say nobody died. No one tried to kill us. We didn't go to war. Here's what happened. So this takes place end of the first century. Rabbi Akiva has thousands and thousands of students. Rabbi Akiva started to learn how to read Hebrew at 40 years old. And he becomes such a Torah scholar. He amasses thousands of students. Well, unfortunately, an epidemic kills thousands of them. This epidemic rages from Passover all the way for 33 days till the 33rd day of the Omer. That's the word Lag is Lamed Gimel, the numerical value of 33. And in the 33rd day of the Omer, nobody died. So it's worth commemorating. It's worth marking this day. Sages ask a question. What could these students have done wrong? These were Torah scholars, students of the greatest sage of all time. What could they have done wrong that they did not protect them from this epidemic? And the answer they give is true. They were Torah scholars. The problem with the students of Rabbi Akiva was that they did not have respect for one another. They didn't properly show respect to each other. They each one thought that their understanding of the teachings of Rabbi Akiva was the only way to understand it, to the exclusion of everybody else. And for that, the Torah did not carry the merit that they needed to protect them from the epidemic. So that's the first thing that we celebrate or we commemorate, is that they stopped dying. Nobody died. The tragedy ended. The second thing is about the student that remained of Rabbi Akiva. One of them was Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. You may have been to his grave in Meron, right near Tiberias, Tiberia. The Mount Meron is where he's buried. And every year on the day of Lag BaOmer, which is the day Rabbi Shimon died, many years later than the first story, they do a big bonfire. What is this going on? So Rabbi Shimon called his students together and he said, today is my last day on earth. I want to reveal to you deep secrets of Torah. Remember, Rabbi Shimon was the one who authored the Zohar, the major work of Kabbalah that was published by Moses de Leon in the 13th century. Rabbi Shimon calls his students, he teaches them, and he teaches them all day. And meanwhile, a fire appears around his home. And then he died. And to commemorate this, we make fires. You know, my friends, the fire is symbolic of something very important. Fire illuminates. Fire could destroy. But fire is also the metaphor of passion, of love, of excitement. Rabbi Shimon taught us the deep secrets of Torah, so we would be inspired in our mitzvot, so we would be inspired in our Torah study, so that we would serve God with passion, with desire, with love. That's what the secrets of Torah, the Hasidus that came along later, based on the Zohar, comes to teach us. That when we serve God, we've got to inject it with inspiration, with passion, with excitement, with fire. And the love that we have for, and likewise the love that we have for one another. Unlike the students of Rabbi Akiva that displayed maybe a little bit of contempt or disrespect for one another, we have to imbue it with love, with proper behavior, with maybe even some passion, some excitement. So care for one another in a way that shows we really mean it. That's what Lag BaOmer could teach us. And you know what? In the early 80s, the Rebbe created a thing where the kids would come together and march on the streets on Lag BaOmer to show Jewish pride. And one of the things he always emphasized was that this should be a demonstration of Jewish unity. We have to come together despite our differences. This is so important. Anyway, this is Lag BaOmer. I hope I've shared this with you with a little bit of passion, with a little bit of excitement. And with that, I wish you a good Shabbos.